Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here and into 3D printing, photography, drones, tech, laser engravers and whatever interests me, start now by subscribing and hitting the bell so you won't miss anything. We're talking about a laser module today. We're talking about the LaserTree LT-4LDS-V2, long name for a crazy laser. And believe me guys, when I tell you this mod on my old MacBook makes like a huge difference, believe me. Let's roll the intro and let's talk about it. Before diving into this compact laser module, I would like to tell you about a collaboration I have ongoing with GeekBuying. They're providing all these beautiful hoodies and t-shirt, and summer is coming, so a new collection, you're gonna see it soon on my next videos. They do beautiful t-shirt, beautiful hoodies and lots of merch. All the links for your reference will be down in the description. Go check them out. So LaserTree 20 watt diode laser, and when I say 20 watt, it's like 20 watt output, not all the other small asterisks saying no, the real output is 16, 14, 15. So shout out to LaserTree to putting their exact output, which stands on 22.3. If I'm not mistaken, somebody in another review tested that and it was 22.3. So we're talking about a really strong diode laser, and LaserTree did a really good job picking it up and make it compatible to whatever laser you already have standing there, because they're producing laser modules and not laser engravers. I mean, they're doing that as well, but their main product is laser module. So it comes with in a great box, as you see here from the unboxing. All the cables to connect it and modify it were present on my MacBook 22 watts. I just swapped the laser, very easy with all the screws and bolts that were in the container. It comes also with air assist, so I had to change the tube, put the tube that they had in their box. It was a little bit thinner, but it connected to my air assist. And apart that, it was like a baby game. In 5 minutes I was up and running. And before showing you how powerful this laser is, I would like to tell you that the entry point of this module is very low. By the way, all the links will be down in the description. We're talking about a 200 euros average, $200 average, up and down. It depends on the offer. Again, all the links will be down in the description, and probably I will have coupons and direct links to the product. So let's get into what I actually loved about this laser engraver. What I loved is that it connected easy with all the connectors, comes with a main board. You have to use double power because the laser module has its own power, so you need to do a little bit of cabling. I did my best to make it all nice and clean, but it took me like 10 minutes and it was kind of entertaining. And customer service works great. During the assembly, I was concerned about something. I wrote them an email. They answered after like 10 minutes with a WhatsApp number, and we started chatting. So that was great assistance, like great service, customer service. I really loved that. Now let's talk a bit about the laser itself. The laser is built like a tank. Metal air assist nozzle, fan cooling, pre-mounted air hose, even a safety window on the front. It's enclosed on 4 sides, which limits visibility but enhances safety, especially if you're not using a full enclosure, which was my case. I'm not using a full enclosure, so I'm concerned about safety. By the way, guys, always wear safety goggles. They can really save your retina. I was following a vlogger lately that was using the laser engraver without glasses, and he went through a little bit of trouble. So extreme power on this laser, as I was saying, like it's 22.3 output watt, which is like real. I don't know if the MacBook 22 watts is 22 watts. I didn't get into deep, but I know that when companies say 20 watt, 30 watt, 60 watt, it's not the real output. That's the input power that they put it. LaserTree underlined more than one time that 20 watt is the output. And guys, believe me, the beast, this little beast was scaring me on how powerful it was. I went through like 10 or 15 different tests, nearly setting a fire, because I was assuming that I've worked with 22 watts, so I more or less I know the average. I have profiles saved on Lightburn, but the power that this little guy is putting out is more than the 20 watts I'm used to. In order to focus the laser, you use this small knob here that slides down, and basically you touch it, you make it touch to the surface you want to engrave, and use these bolts here on the left, on the right side of the laser, to block it in place. And I found that like very useful. I mean, it worked for me. Once I saw the power of this laser, there was something I wanted to do, and that was clean rust from some of the tools. And guys, what I found out was amazing. Look at that small, I don't know if you can focus, I'll put a shortcut. But basically what it did here, it cleaned all the rust and it removed the first layer of stainless steel, bringing the tool back to normal. And it was taking a long time because you need to pass at a high power for a long time, so like really small passes, but it actually cleaned it. I wasn't sure it was doing anything, but when I took it, I picked it up, I saw that it was cleaning it fantastically, and that's something I will need to finish. Then of course I did all the tests that you can do, engraving on wood, engraving on paper, engraving on metal. Something I loved doing was using this like metallic board that I had, engraving a logo, a Bamboo Lab logo. I mean, I'm starting to use my Bamboo Lab X1 carbon here, and I loved the logo and I loved the way it looked, and I wanted to see if it could engrave it, and this was done on a very low power, really fast. All the settings that I've used will be mentioned while I'm talking, so if you have any question, just keep attention, keep an eye on the graphics. Something else I wanted to test was how does it cut 5 millimeters wood, and what I did, it's like something I always do, which is my keyring, the 3D Print Geek keyring on black surface. It cut it like butter, guys. It went through, I think, with one pass, and iResist made it like smooth and there's no burning trace whatsoever. So I loved the way this worked. Leather, again, I had to dial down from the usual settings that I use, because again, it's a real true 22 watt laser, not games. I mean, this makes me doubt about all the other lasers that I've done, because I use the same setting I used on other 22 watts. And guys, I had to decrease for nearly half the power and half the rounds. This is a leather engrave and cut of leather, and probably was still too powerful, and because it like engraved like deeply, went probably 1 or 2 millimeters underneath the skin, and I liked that. Of course, I went through all the other tests, like printing a laser engraving an image. This is the guy from The Wizard of Oz. I always use the same because it has a lot of contrast and gives me a better idea of how the laser is performing. Something else I wanted to test was trying to engrave on a small Canva piece. And as you can see, with like 2000 or 3000 speed at a power of 20%, it went through the Canva. So I mean, you can still see the image. It's a small one, so resolution could be affected, but it basically went through the Canva, as you can see here. Power needs to be lowered down on this. This is not a toy, guy. You have, if you decide to purchase it, you have a very powerful tool that can let you do a lot of stuff. I mean, your creativity can blast using this. So just recapping what we saw, this is a 20 watt laser module that can be attached to any lasers you already have at home. It comes with a ton of accessories and cables. Customer support is great. Instruction manual is English, not Chinese, translated in English. It's like proper English. So it works fine for almost all of us. And with a price around 200 euros, all the links, by the way, again, will be down in the description, makes it a really game changer for creators. Let's say you had 10 watt laser which probably wasn't even 10 watt, and you want to upgrade and you want to start cutting. For any maker at home, this is a must-have. I mean, this laser is gonna stay probably on this frame. I'm gonna bring this frame down in the garage, because whenever I need to cut or do something powerful and at the same time precise, this is one I'm gonna use. So again, would this be suggested to a beginner? Probably not a beginner, but somebody who's like a little advanced and wants to upgrade the laser they already have. It's definitely a must buy. I mean, it's affordable and reliable, and you know, really great results, as you saw. That was all for today, guys. If you like the videos, leave a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.